Om Ganganapate Namaha, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, Hariom. This is continuity for that topic of how the death is celebrated in glorified in Kashi and why it is otherwise at other places. As as per our scriptures, Kashi is unique that it is resting on the Trishul of Shiva. It is his abode, that specific bounded piece of land. It is Shiva created, and there the laws are different to the to the to the creation outside the Kashi. That is governed by the Brahma. That protocols are separate. But in Kashi, they are governed by separate laws, and that is upheld by all our scriptures for all the times. It is it is totally a divine sport, and there the emancipation is assured, because like we have entered into we are trying to yeah, meet someone, and there is a dark, it is barking. Then once we have the yajman, the owner has identified us, then it won't, dog will not bark or create problem. Here that Shiva is wielding the Maya Shakti, Avidya Shakti, Maya Shakti, and the dog is its servant. Now, like that, then once the owner identifies somebody whosoever is taking refuge, then the dog would not will be silenced. The same way, the Maya, those who take shelter at the abode of Shiva, and this Avidya actually it is the power, like what Sri Ramakrishna says. Maya to Ishvara is what? Poison to snake. It will bite others, but it would not. It is its glory. So that kind of a thing. Maya, the Avidya forces are at the feet. He is Mayavi, who is a player, and it is the played. So that Maya would not, and that is the thing. And if you see Markandeya also, it is the same thing. He embraces Shiva, and he is relieved from the mortality. So this kind of a unique distinction is there, and it is also logically also, if you, there is a program, there is a what one thinks, what you think, so you become. For all the yugas, it is cemented, and that yadbhavan tadbhavate. All that is also the thing. Even the God in premises, we say he fulfills our wish yielding. Then it is all programmed. Crores of people say it is done. So for all the yugas, that's how it is programmed. That program, sankalpa, it is energy, vibration. Vibration is conscious. Conscious is held by consciousness. So conscious driven, that energy, its vibration is our thoughts. Our every thought is so potent and divine. It is not just kind of inert thing. So it is going to materialize. So this Kashi's unique distinction is upheld, and it is so. Because they the governing forces, that Kala Bhairava, Dandapani, that one kind of a thing, they are redundant substitute to other realm of creation, where this we uphold Chitragupta and Yamadharmaraja. This kind of a one setup is there. So that is outside the realm of the Brahma's creation, and here it is Shiva's. So that kind of a distinction, that is very much great, and it is validated by all the saints. Now the contrast, if we see the elsewhere, okay, there is it is spell of the Garuda Purana, and that at the time of when one person breathes last, the pain is as like as a thousand scorpions biting. Why this is said? Because the person is so attached, and he is forcibly evicted somehow, something like that. Unauthorized occupation. The owner want to, as the by the gentleman, by decency we have to quit. Otherwise he will just eject us. That kind of a thing is there, and Bhagavad Gita also says time and again, Deha, bodies are anitya, Shariri, Dehi, indweller is nitya, Sharira is mortal, Shariri is immortal. And the analogies are given like a grass. Munja, darbha is removed from its outer sheath. The jiva is always eternal. And like this one beetle leaf, and that that is removed. It is but it is separated. The jiva, jiva's immortality is upheld by everything. Amritasya putraha, Ishvara Amsha Jiva Avinashi, Jiva Deva Sanatana, Jiva Atma, Aham Brahmasmi. All these things are very much. But this human birth alone is capable to reap this fruit because it is endowed with Viveka. If that Viveka is not programmed, it is dormant, then whatever is happens to it is confining to the known domain, and that is what the life of a ordinary every other species creature. And that's why, and once this golden opportunity is missed, then it would again slip back into the 84 lakh, whatever 84 lakh creatures, and then there is no redemption. Even for a biped also endowed with intellect, in dream and deep sleep there is no way, no kind of a upliftment, because this viveka doesn't prevail. Only in wake state of biped. And for the other species, they are never. It is only default. If they are all programmed, sahajatas, what they are all just programmed, because all Mahatmas have time and again said the being, the I am is imperishable, and then he's what is the package box? Is a wrapping paper or outside? It is a costume, or it is a conduit through which it is expressing, and it is possible for a human because human who is not body, there is no reason to cry, but people are crying over death because of the superimposition. What one is not, like a space in the pot, it is always immute, it is untainted, but there is a projection that projection which is which is the knower of the pot. It is identifying the pot. If pot breaks, it is crying, I am broken. So all this is only fantasy, fiction, hallucination, nothing else. And it is very much, but Bhajagovindam also says, nahi nahi rakshate drukan, samprapte sannihite kale. This drukan is what? The pursuits of mundane pursuits. They have their respect at their own realm, whatever the pursuits of one's own field, body dharmas, prana dharmas, mental, manasika dharmas, or our responsibilities. But they should not be so aggressively pursued. Because whatever, tatakim, so what, all this is mortal. That's why Sri Ramakrishna says, engage in only those works that are binding and must. Because the rest makes you displaces you from your reality, from your swarupa. That is our infinity, that is our beatitude. However we may be caught, we are swept. This is bound to be collapse. It will crash. Like we are on a marine life, and boat there is everything on board, but there is a time. There is a time. It will capsize. There will be a hole. It will be sunk. And now the being also, whosoever who is unaware of the swim, the art of exiting, reaching to the shore, he is also thing. and then one has to wait for the entire cycle. Again 84, so many, it is in countless thing. And is it possible? Because at the time of death or that last minute, none of these, our materialistic prosperity, our positions, our knowledge, all those degrees, our assets, everything, all will prove futile. Nothing is going to save. So we should not be excessively, aggressively pursuing this agenda. Like for that grammarian, at that what an old man, he is still trying to recite and memorize the grammar formulae. At that age also, that is the age he has to be detached with the body, but he is caught up in memorizing the grammar rules. And the Shankara, Adi Shankara, he pities. Then he says, connect to the God, and all this is, he will not rescue when you are no more. And now, is it feasible we get a feel for that enlightenment when we are surrounded by our mundane duties? And the Bhagavad Gita, if you take, Janaka Dayaha, Janaka only figures. There is no bearded rishi who retreated to jungle like the Vasishtha or anything, Sapta Rishis. None of their name figures. So it is feasible for Janaka, etc. So Janaka is presiding over a state. We can imagine the responsibilities, but it is very much feasible for one to emancipate, because Sant Kabir also says a person walking ladies, they went to fetch water. They are carrying so many ponds, one over on the top. Then there are mundane issues that is talking. One passerby asks, how is that you are engaged in all this, but you are maintaining balance, all these parts, 4 parts, one over other, they are same. This person replies, though I may be engaged here, my focus is on the uppermost. So that is the thing, and we get a doubt whether we can we be maintain both very much. Like an aircraft airborne, it keeps touch with the control tower. Now suppose we are out of station, we always, whatsoever we are engaged, we are reminded of our home, our immediate kith and kin. However, so we can always be aware of ourselves. Like an actor also is always aware of his true abode, and while he is enacting a role. So it is very much possible to maintain the thing. That's why it is said, Prayana Kalecha, Antya Kalecha. That last moment also, those who are conscious of their entityhood, then there is no death. They are aware of the body being casting like a snake. It will cast off its outer skin. It will only hit to pass through to thorns. It will be relieved. So that is the consciousness. When consciousness is maintained, and then it is only a play. So no question of any kind of a cry over. Then actually why it happens, this pain to cast off the body? Because if you recall, if this were to be so, today this life is so sweeter, and we feel that we are insecure. Had we not, if we had not died, casted, we had not shed that last birth, we would not have got it. And if something better in store, we have no reservation, but there is apprehension what will happen. It is like that. We are worthy for a higher life. We would not at all cry. To live it, we'll happily live it. Suppose somebody got a bike, he is now his car is offered. He will not at all have a second thought. He will happily shed his bike. Similarly, a person car having, he got a helicopter, he will happily. So this kind of a ascension, when somebody in human being has conducted like a human, love, tolerance, forbearance, and service, all that human. Why, after all, it is all God who assumed all these forms. And it is He. We should not see anything other than God, because nothing can exist apart from God. All this, because this what is proclaimed. I am all this in Sarva Sarupe. We always recite all hymns, all point to same thing. But God is again seen as an entity, and that's what makes the non-God. The non-God part would again make us make us to lose the godhood, and we are denied of the full benefits. So like that, if we are not eligible to retain a body or a better body, if we have conducted a lower way, then there is a crying. We cannot. It is very difficult to get detached. That's why prana goes with adhomukha, with a very traumatic. So one has to conduct in such a way, first of all, that inner cleanliness, all those things are thing. Now, at the basic laws also uphold that this we are bodies today we contend, but this the contender and the identified domain. If these two samples are sent to the lab, suppose body and tissue on small is sent, it is only tracing to energy. And this I am, who is now laying his hand, I am body, not my body, I am body, he is knowledge. This the I am is knowledge, has source is knowledge, and the Sharira source is Shakti. And it is expression of the formation of Shakti. This is immediate jnana, knowledge is directly operating, and knowledge is wielding the Shakti. So, if at all the axis is knowledge, Shakti, and its formation body. So, via Shakti, it is very much my Vibhuti, it is only my glory, but no question of me becoming Shakti, becoming a Shakti. It is my Shakti, I am the will, I am awareness, wielder of the Shakti, and my Shakti's formation is body. And same way, grass elements. So that is the channel. So that is the channel. So no question of no question if even Shakti is wielded is I am Shakti is held by me. I have for Shakti to deliver jnana is required. Jnana Shakti, Icha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. That Jnana Shakti is Shakti requires jnana, and jnana's formation, second stage formation, grass state. Shakti is Nirakara, and Nirakara's solid state is body. And how is that body? And back end, if you see that formed thing owes to the substratum Shakti, Shakti is wielded by knowledge, that knowledge is me. If this is the access, see how much superimposition. You have, it is possible only when one has detached with the knowledge, and he is knower, and the Shakti formation is known, there is a transaction. So this binds a person. It is due to this reason, extreme body affiliation, a person, and he has not conducted in a befitting way of expected of a human, and there is a crying situation. The crying situation makes the face very dull-witted, very despair, trauma. So that is the thing. What we are not when we are shedding, we would not feel so much. So when I am actually when I exit from car to go for a better higher end car or vehicle, I will not cry about losing. So this desperate face of crying and very traumatic face, it is sounds the attachment. Not that now this is where this topic is so thing. One may not know, not only know we are not bodies, but we have to be in that state, because the vrittis, the tracks, neurological, mental tracks, I am body are so strong. That force is much. By telling one to just a few occasions. It is a concept. It is not a reality. So if you are not body, that is established, you will happily quit the body, and we have to. That should happen very much when we are absolutely in our fit state. Like you are in a car, would you ever the thing? Would you ever identify with the thing? It is held by you, but you would never say, you will never superimpose the attributes of the car on us. So it is a promotion. Somebody got a promotion from grade 2 officer to grade 1. He will happily go. Would he bother to relieve? So not at all. Suppose while holding the grade 2 officer, he has misconduct. There is a misconduct. He is demoted to a non-gazetted or LDC. Then there is a crime. So we have to always, as a human being, what is expected, one has to conduct. And this twofold thing, self-relation and God relation, are the key. Self-relations is not non-self, negation. That is only physical loss. And God relation is that he is encoding, his uplink with that divine stature, that is immortality. So, in this state, so where is the crying? So, crying for death is utterly driven by ignorance, false notification, falsization. There is no space. This avidya, the solution for avidya is vidya only. Whatever we may do, everything else, they are respected sadhana, but they are retaining the mind, retaining the doer, avidya byproduct, retaining, and it's their in transaction karma, the karana and karma. So this is called triputi. The doer, deed, and doing are the awareness, equipment, and the expression of the karanam. Either way, whatever, there are the three: doer, deed, and doing, seer, seen, seeing, like that. So this triputi gives the dramatic. Triputi gives tapatraya. That is the opposite thing is samputi, means oneness. Oneness is the doer, nothing. It is only in the presence of consciousness the deeds happen, and the deed is just a reflection of the karana. So nothing. There is nothing like a multiple thing. It is like a source, a light on a falling on a prism. Vibhyar is just, it is very much the expression of the light. It is only one. And there is no doer. In the presence of it happens. And the claimant claimed all subside. Light falling on a prism, there is no thing, it happens. And the happened is none other than the source. So there is no Vibhyar on its own. The light, it is light reflection of the white, that beam. That beam, it's only derivatives. So there is only oneness as the same state as from dream. When we wake up, it is oneness. When we awaken also, it is oneness. That oneness alone transcends the thing. Whenever there is a second, dvitiyat bhayam bhavati, there is a pain, bhayam, pida, badha, veda, dukkham. So there is no reason at all, absolutely, from the awareness point of view, of to cry for anything, provided one is aware of his root reality. Glorifications to the Divine Masters, Lord Shiva, and all the holy masters for dissemination of this wonderful knowledge, which gives immortality while alive. Because what one is not, one is established in that one. Esha Brahmi Sthiti. That is Esha, that state of immortality. That is already, it is so. Like a forgotten tiger, that example, it is already so. but there is a superimposition. That superimposition is dispelled in the presence of that enlightened master, our rishis. They are rishis, means they dispel the darkness with their light. When light is there, there is no dark. Absence of the light alone is dark. So in that state, that oneness is revealed. It is immortality. There is no space at all for crime. So it is immortality. Hariom.